Hi everyone, Clint Thomas here from RKN CPAs. Hope you're having a good day. Just want to give you a quick update on the Secure Act. You've probably heard of this, the Setting Every Community Up for Retirement Enhancement Act of 2019. Every new tax law has an acronym now, and so this is the new one that was recently passed. I'm sure you've heard about it in the news. President Trump signed it into law December 20th of last year, and it went into effect now January 1st of this year. And while it did have just a couple things that weren't so good, doing away with stretch IRAs and some other benefits in the past, there are many good things about it, actually. I just wanted to touch on a few of those today, and I think some of these will be very beneficial for our clients. The big one that you've heard about is the RMD date. The age has now been moved up from 70 and a half to age 72, which is a great thing. If you turned 70 and a half in 2019, you're still required to take your first RMD by April 1st of 2020. But for 2020 and forward, you do no longer have to do RMDs until you reach age 72. If the beneficiary is the IRA owner's spouse, then the RMDs are delayed until the year that the deceased IRA owner would have turned 72. So just a little benefit there that's going to help a lot of people. Like I said, stretch IRAs are no longer available, where you could stretch out the payout on those inherited IRAs based on the life expectancy of the beneficiary. They now have a 10-year window in place. The good news here is, and this is for non-spouse beneficiaries with certain exceptions, the good news is on that 10-year window that no RMDs are required in the 10-year window, but the entire balance must be paid out by the end of that 10th year. So there might be a little bit of estate planning and income tax planning there to be had as well. The exceptions that I mentioned for those non-spouse beneficiaries to get around that 10-year window include minors, beneficiaries that are minors, people that are disabled, the chronically ill, or any other beneficiary that's not more than 10 years younger than the deceased IRA owner. So just something to keep in mind there. For minor beneficiaries, the exception applies only until the child reaches age of majority, at which point that 10-year rule comes back into play and is enforced at that point. So something to think about there. Another benefit on penalty-free withdrawals. So you'll know that you have to have a 10% penalty applied if you take a withdrawal from a 401k or IRA or other retirement account prior to age 59 and a half. They've now added two more exceptions, which are great for childbirth and adoption costs. So you can actually take the money out before age 59 and a half and not incur penalty if you need to take the money out related to childbirth or adoptions. You still treat it as taxable income and pay income tax on that money, but the penalty won't apply for those two additional exceptions, which is great. Another benefit for graduate students and postdoctoral students. Prior to the Secure Act, graduate and postdoctoral students, when they received stipends, they were not considered compensation for purposes of contributing to an IRA. Now the Secure Act changes that, and amounts paid to graduate, postdoctoral students, research students, care providers, they'll be treated as compensation for purposes of making IRA contributions. That's great. So more and more people can contribute to IRAs for their retirement. Some other benefits include things that are helping small business owners team up in multi-employer sponsored plans to get more and more retirement plans in place. Increased tax credit to help offset the cost of those plans is now in play. But the big one I really like, I think it's going to help a lot of people, is on some changes made to the 529 plans. The Secure Act now expands the definition of what an eligible 529 distribution can cover to now include student loan payments and costs of apprenticeship programs up to $10,000. I think that's great. So students coming out of college with some student loan debt, if there's still some 529 money left over, the Secure Act now allows up to $10,000 to be pulled out of the 529 to help cover student loan payments. So that's fantastic. So I hope all these benefit you. Of course, here at RKN, we're always focused on guiding you forward. We have a great team of experienced CPAs and enrolled agents here to help you, and we love serving you. So give us a call if you have any more questions about the Secure Act. Hope you have a great day.